G'day guys, Matt from Explore here. As soon as I found out the boys from Safari have got a brand new performance center, I had to come and check it out. We've got a few ideas about chasing a little bit more horsepower. Let's get into it. Wayne, how are you, mate?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Mate, I'm unreal. I managed to get back down here. I had to check out the new performance center. This place looks unreal.
No, it's come up awesome. We've opened a couple of months now, and via customer demand, we've opened up and fitting all ARMAX packages here.
How good's that? So ARMAX packages, custom tune, all in-house. You must be stoked.
Yeah, correct. It's been a long time, and we put a lot of effort and thought into it. And yeah, people can come here and have a customised solution. Any ARMAX package they want, they can come here and have it fitted to their vehicle.
Well, we've been talking, I know over the last 12 months or more, you guys have been designing a few upgraded features for the LandCruiser. I know they're not quite ready yet, but I'm not in Melbourne very often. What are the chances we can get them in the 76 a little bit early?
Yeah, we've been testing for the last sort of 12 months. It's nearly ready for release. So yeah, why not? Let's have some fun.
Yes, all right, let's get into it. All right, so what a few of you guys might not realise is the ARMAX ECU is actually a fully customisable system. I've already got a couple of aftermarket accessories, crossover pipe, bigger top mount intercooler, and a high flow turbo. So the next step to chase more horsepower is some injectors. So we've got the Denso injectors going in. This is gonna marry up with my turbo to allow me to get the full potential out of the new feature of the ECU. All right, well, we've got the new injectors chucked in. It's ready to go. You've just uploaded the new system into the ECU. Tell us a little bit more about the upgrade.
Yeah, so we've been in development for about 12 months now, developing new features and functions like we always will for any product.
Yep.
This system update enhances driving, builds boost in a different way, primarily designed for DPF application vehicles and also high flow turbos. Yep. So we have total control over the turbo itself. It also enhances power and torque as well without stressing the engine. And we've obviously put the injectors in yours, Matt, because you've got the big turbo. We want to take full advantage of that new system.
All right, well, I'll be pretty honest. I was stoked with how the car was running anyway, so I'm that excited to see how the new system goes. I guess it's a little bit like any electronic device. The boys at Safari just continue to try and improve the product, which is unreal. We're going to chuck it on the dyno, see some real results. We'll throw it on some standard tyres first. Tell us a little bit about why we do that.
Yeah, so the idea for us is to have comparative data. So we do all of our testing and development on standard wheels and tyres.
Yep.
So we want to be able to compare your car, Matt, to all of the research we've done with other vehicles and obviously our own vehicles. But obviously we understand that people want to know what it happens on 33s, 35s, etc.
Yep.
So we're going to put the muddies back on.
Yep.
And we'll give a demonstration, I guess, of how the power at the wheels is altered because of the tyres, but the engine still makes the same performance.
There you go, don't worry. We're going to do it on 35s as well, and it's actually be a good indication to show you just how much power you'll lose through a set of muddies. Let's get into it. All right, there you go. Results are in. We knew we weren't going to get too much more top-end power. It was that low to mid-range that I wanted and I was chasing. Run us through. If someone who doesn't know a dyno sheet, what are we looking at?
Okay, so injectors are in, new systems in. The yellow run here indicates the car on 35 muddies.
Yep.
With standard performance. So our map 5, which is standard performance. So we've obviously got the exhaust in play. We're going to make a little bit more. And we've got the turbo in play as well. We're going to make a little bit more than standard. So if this car was a stock standard factory original LandCruiser with muddies, we would expect to see a little bit less than this again. We typically see around the sort of 80 kilowatt mark with a standard LandCruiser with 35 muddies on. So the red line is obviously retuned, custom retuned to suit your requirements on the muddies. And so that we've got the direct comparison between the yellow and the red. So it's a nice game we've got here. We're picking up that extra 100 Newton meters around with the injectors and the new system. We've picked up that sort of extra 100 Newton meters around the 1500 to 2.5, which is where you were chasing it. The blue line, just to give people the comparison, is actually what we tune the car on. And with the reason we do that is so it's consistent. It's very repeatable. Muddies, they vibrate through the dyno. They can be inconsistent in their results. So we prefer to have accuracy. Not only that, it gives us comparable data to all of our R&D. So we can compare your car with other cars.
It shows you just how much you lose through the bigger tyres.
Yeah. So you can see obviously the graphs are offset to the right. That's because of the diameter of the muddy 35 versus the standard 31. But your tyres are the biggest drivetrain loss. So people may think flywheels, clutches, gearboxes, differentials. The actual tyre itself is the big one. And there's quite a substantial difference just between all-terrains and mud-terrains and different brands. They all make a significant difference.
All right, so let's run through for everyone at home that wants to know. Let's run through. We ended up pulling 176 kilowatt, fully tuned on the 35s. And where was our Newton meters? Where do we end up there? At,
so this is at the wheels. And so we've gone up to 505, 510 Newton meters at the wheels. So it's a great increase considering the standard car is around that sort of 270 mark. So it's nearly doubled the torque, which is awesome at the wheels. Obviously, if we were to compare a standard car here, so standard wheels and tyres, standard vehicle, on our dyno we make around 98 to 100 kilowatts. It's very consistent. So if we looked at the results, we're more than double the power with standard wheels. So it's an awesome result and gives you good drivability.
All right, well, the numbers are unreal, but there's only one way to properly test it. Get out there and see how she goes. All right, well, here we go. I haven't even got out of the car park, and I can tell you, I actually can already feel the difference. The major thing we were chasing was that low down torque, just that off the line, those steep hills out in the high country. We want the low down torque. It's all well and good to make huge numbers and go fast in a straight line, but I think in the four-wheel drive, it's that torque you want.
Yeah, drivability. Well, we really haven't changed anything. It's going to really improve top-end power. You know, you're still the same turbo, exhaust, intercooler, etc. So these features and benefits that we've added with the new system, obviously the addition of the injectors to take full advantage of the turbo that you've got fitted. It's a nice combo.
Yeah. The biggest thing with the Safari tune compared to all the other tunes I've had is drivability. Now, it doesn't matter what your dyno sheets are reading, you've got to jump in and drive it for yourself. It feels like factory, out-of-the-box power. I guess the best way I could describe it's almost like jumping in a 200 series because they've got that so much more power than the 70, and that's what it feels like. It's that nice, smooth power curve, plenty of torque down low, and then, mate, pulls like a train.
Well, you only drive at full throttle very rarely, you know, and most dyno sheets are in fourth gear, so it's a very small percentage you ever in that scenario. The dyno sheet never tells you how much power and torque you're making at 50% or 30% throttle, you know. That's where you drive every day.
Exactly. All right, well, there we go. I can't even tell you how stoked I am. Mate, there's only one way to test it. I got 18 hours drive back to Queensland. If you see me, I'll have a big smile hanging out the window the whole way. Thank you very much.
Mate, pleasure to have you.
Can't wait to get it off-road. I'm out of here. Cheers, boys.